Hello and welcome back to ManVFilm. It's time for some announcements. This time from Indicator, their March and April announcements, 5 titles. Let's dive in. We can have a look at them together, see what they have to offer. So first up, we have the March bundle, which is the Panther Women, the Batwoman, and Santo versus the Riders of Terror. So let's dive into the Panther Women. Okay. Oh, Rennie Cardona. Rennie Cardona. Rennie Cardona has been responsible for one thing that I really struggle to like, and that's his son, Rennie Cardona Jr. I have seen many of his movies, and they are not good. So I wonder if the father is any better in this one. Gothic horror and lucha libre collide with the Panther Women, which showcases a host of Mexico's top female stars. The Panther Women are a witch cult who resurrect their leader by sacrificing the descendants of a family which murdered him. As the cult seeks to kill the youngest descendant, they are taken on by fearless luchador Loretta Venus and the Golden Ruby. It's a 2K restoration with the original Spanish mono audio. It has an audio commentary from the publisher of From Parts Unknown. Let Them Fight, the killer film. A lucha libre specialist and filmmaker behind the Monterrey Female Wrestlers discusses the protagonist of the film and the controversy story of Mexican female wrestling. Catfight, academic and Latin American horror specialist Valerie Villegas Villandal, also known as Morena de Fuego, examines the struggle from empowerment and the subversive representations of the female character in the film. You get theatrical trailer, image gallery, new and improved English translated subtitles, and the limited edition 80-page book. It's a UK premiere and is limited to 8,000 individually numbered units for the UK and the US. So this limited edition has 16,000 copies. Quite a lot of confidence, huh? Next up, we have the Batwoman. Doesn't that look interesting? Wrestlers, mad doctors, and human fish hybrids abound in the Batwoman, a colourful showcase for the talents of Italian-Mexican sex symbol Mauri Monti. When Acapulco's wrestlers start being murdered and their pineal glands mysteriously extracted, the wealthy luchador Gloria adopts her crime-fighting persona of the Batwoman. Donning her disguise of shiny blue mask, cape, and micro bikini, she teams up with Agent Mario to foil the evil Dr. Williams in this dastardly plan to create an army of amphibious fishmen. Well. 4K restoration from the original negative. We've got the Spanish mono audio commentary with film historian and Mexican cinema specialist David Walt. Adventures in Mexicolor, journalist, writer, and indie editor, formerly of DC Comics. Mauricio Matamoros Duran examines the position of the Batwoman within the Mexican and international pop and comic book culture of the time. Fantastic Creatures explores the representation of monsters in early Mexican genre cinema. We have the theatrical trailer, image gallery with promotional and publicity material, new and improved English translated subtitles, a limited edition 80-page book, and again, limited to 8,000 copies for the UK and for the US. Finally, for this month, is Santo versus the Riders of Terror. El Santo, the Silver Masked Man, rides into the Wild West in Santo versus the Riders of Terror, a unique blend of gunplay and lucha libre action. When a group of lepers escape from their asylum, they fall under the influence of a band of outlaws who are terrorizing a small western town. The desperate sheriff calls for El Santo to defeat the bandits, defend the townsfolk, and help the exploited lepers. It's a 4K restoration from the original negative. You get the original Spanish mono audio. You get a commentary with David Walt again. Never before seen archival interview with co-stars Armando Silvestre, in which he discusses his involvement with the Calderon family. Western a la Mexicana. The masked critic assesses the film, its different versions, and the place within Santo's acting and wrestling career. Cardona Bonanza, writer and Mexican genre film programmer of Trash Mex Armando Hernandez discusses Rene Cardona's career and the Cardona dynasty. You get alternative French opening credits, original theatrical trailer, image gallery, new and improved English translated subtitles, 80-page book. It's the UK premiere of this film on Blu-ray. It's the world premiere of Lepers and Sex on Blu-ray, and it's limited to 8,000 copies. I've missed something here. The striking 4K restoration is also coupled with Lepers and Sex, the recently discovered sexy reworking of Santo versus the Riders of Terror, which was created by the producers for the export market, all without the knowledge of the family-friendly El Santo. I've seen, I think it's 3, maybe 4 Santo movies. I'm always interested in seeing more. This seems particularly bizarre, and out of the 3 titles, it's probably the one that piques my interest the most from the March bundle. Again, I'll just quickly go over them. The Panther Woman, The Batwoman, and Santo versus the Riders of Terror. All available in the UK and the US. Get them quick. There's only 16,000 copies. Next up, we have the April bundle, where we're back into Jean Rollin. We have The Nude Vampire in 4K and the Blu-ray, and The Demoniacs, which is 4K and Blu-ray as well, available in the UK and the US. So the first up here, we have The Nude Vampire. When Pierre, the son of a wealthy industrialist, witnesses a beautiful woman being pursued and captured by men in bizarre masks, he decides to investigate, uncovering a sinister vampire cult. We have a brand new 4K restoration from Powerhouse Films, presented in Dolby Vision HDR10 compatible. We have the original French and English mono soundtracks. We have a commentary with Kevin Lyons and Jonathan Rigby. Jean Rollin introduces The Nude Vampire from 1998. Le Passage, updated documentary on the making of The Nude Vampire by Rollin's personal assistant, including interviews with key collaborators. Fragment d'un Dialogue, extracts from selected interviews with Rollin conducted by Guyette between 1998 and 2003. Interview with archivist Lucas Balbo, exploring Rollin's connection with the French Anarchist Union. Critical appreciation by author and film historian Virginie Silave, original French and English theatrical trailers. Image gallery, new and improved English translation subtitles for the French soundtrack. New and improved English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. 80-page booklet, and a world premiere on UK. This is limited to 10,000 individually numbered units, 6,000 4Ks and 4,000 Blu-rays for UK and US. Next up, we have The Demoniacs. A gang of ruthless pirates known as the Wreckers rape 2 survivors of a shipwreck. The women, now mute, are guided by a mysterious clown to her ruined castle, where they receive magical powers with which to exact their revenge on the gang. I'm not going to lie, that sounds interesting. It's got a brand new 4K HDR restoration for Powerhouse, and it's presented in Dolby Vision HDR10 compatible. We have 3 presentations of the film: the original theatrical cut, the longer explicit export version, and Curse of the Living Dead, the alternative English language cut. It's got the original mono audio, commentary with Tim Lucas, selected scene commentary with Jean Rollin from 2005, and we have Rollin introducing the film, one of the Demoniacs, new presentation of an interview with regular Rollin collaborator Jean-Pierre Bouzou, new edited archival interview with actor Willie Brock, critical appreciation by Stephen Thrower, outtake footage, theatrical trailer, image gallery, new and improved English translated subtitles, new and improved English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing for Curse of the Living Dead, 80-page book, and it's a world premiere on 4K. Limited edition to 10,000 individually numbered units, 6,000 4Ks and 4,000 Blu-rays for the UK and US. So the April bundle is there again. Now you can order both and get 10% off, and it's a similar option for the March bundle where you can do exactly the same there as well. What I will mention, now that we've kind of got them out of the way, is the fact that these are all limited edition sets, and the two previous to this, February, Snapshot and Patrick, were also limited edition sets. Is this the new standard? Because we have February, March, April, we have the 7 releases over those months that all come with the thick hard box and the booklet. Is this just what's coming? Because, you know, it was nice when it was a rare treat now and again, and now it's just the standard format. It just seems a little bit weird. Again, I wish you could get a Blu-ray and a 4K double pack, because that's just what I prefer when I get these kind of things. For me, the most interesting title is probably Santo versus the Riders of Terror out of all of these. There is a large print number of copies of these ones, and I feel like it's not something I need to rush out and get. I don't think they're going to sell out particularly quick. The earlier Jean Rollin 4Ks are still hanging around, most likely to make a reduced price in the next sale for Indicator, which should be around the start of March. So I don't feel the urgency to pick up these like I used to do. Santo, I will get at some point. The Demoniacs, I may actually get at some point, because it does sound quite interesting. I'll do a little bit more research on that. I would love to know, what did you think of these announcements? What did you like? What did you not like? Are you interested in any of them? Let me know if you've seen these films as well, and what is something to be looked out for, and what is something to be avoided. I'm always curious. So let me know in the comment box below. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com. All ways in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.